Alright guys, today was my back workout. Fucking my left lat has been in Snap City for about 4 days now. Just on my road to recovery, but I don't take a day off if I have an injury. I just work around it and do things that suit the injury and sort of take the pressure off, but I'm still able to work my muscles. So I found that the reverse grip pull up took all the tension off the part of the lat which was sore and just used the other parts of the back which were fine. So I decided to do 4 sets of reverse grip pull ups nice and slow just to failure. And then I went on to the barbell row. I found the supinated grip on both the wide grip pull up and the bent over row just really took the tension off whatever part is injured in my back and just really worked the back. I had to do lightweight. Definitely at this stage my back's not fully recovered, so I just decided to do just the bar, loads of reps, nice and slow, just really contracting the back, getting a full range of motion and squeezing the muscle. So I did 4 sets of this. I then went on to the seated compound row, which is sort of like a cable row, except it's a machine. I pyramided this. I started off with a really light weight, like 36 kilograms, and then I pyramided it up. I think the heaviest I went was 64 kilograms, which is really light compared to what I'm usually doing, since I usually go up to about 114 kilograms for my final set of 2 to 4 reps, which is about, I think that's about, say it's 120, about 250 pounds. So that's pretty heavy compared to what I'm doing now. In this workout I did about half of that weight. So I just really focused on getting the full range of motion, contracting the back, getting a good squeeze in the back. You definitely need to take care of yourself, but don't just use it as an excuse to take a week off from the gym. I'm on a strict plan of getting shredded, so any opportunity I get to burn muscle, to burn fat even, to burn as much fat as possible, burn as many calories as possible, and build as much muscle and maintain as much muscle as possible, and this cut is important to me. So any opportunity I can, I'm going to the gym. So this was the final back exercises that we did. This was a superset. I supersetted the V-bar cable pull down with the one-arm dumbbell row. So as you can see, I started off with a light weight. On this exercise, it actually put the least amount of tension possible on the part that's injured in my back. So I was able to go a bit heavier at the start, and then I just pyramided it up. I think I filmed my first and last set of this, but the one-arm dumbbell row put a lot of tension on my left lat, so I just decided to keep it nice and light for the one-arm dumbbell row and just go heavier on the V-bar pull downs. As you can see, I still go really slow throughout the full range of motion and just squeeze the back and just really take it easy and use my mind-muscle connection to really work the back but take the tension off the part that's injured. So there we squeeze it and just get a full stretch. As you see guys, this is usually my full. I still did the same workout as my full back workout, except just a few changes of the supinated grip on the wide grip pull-ups and the bent over rows. Usually I go the whole overhand grip on both of these, and I usually go a bit wider on the pull-ups. But I still keep it the same. I still want to get the same movements, the same range of motions, the same time under tension. So I still do the same exercises and the same style of reps. So to start off with, I'm usually doing 4 sets of overhand grip, which I did. I go to failure. I then go on the bent over rows. I usually pyramid these, start with a light set of 15 to 20 reps, and then on my heaviest set, go for a set of 2 to 4 reps. Then on the compound row, I pyramid that, which I did, but I usually go a lot heavier and do 4 pyramid sets, the same style as the bent over row of 15 to 20 reps for my first set, and then my 4th and final set, I'll go for a heavy weight of 2 to 4 reps. And then I go on to this superset. As you can see, I usually don't pyramid it. Usually I do the full stack of this, weight with usually about 10 kilograms extra, which is about 20 pounds extra on that machine, and do about 4 sets of 12. And then usually I'll use a 25 kilogram dumbbell, maybe heavier, depending on what I feel like that day, which is about 55 pounds. So as you can see, I'm using only 10 kilograms, which is about 20 pounds here. Just really protecting my lat, protecting my back, just focusing as much as possible to work the back as best as possible, but really keep that back safe, and just really assist the healing process of my back. You know, I actually found after this workout, my back felt really stretched out, as if, you know, the pain that I'm having is sort of like a knot nearly that just needs to be loosened up in the muscle. So as you can see, you know, doing a V-bar pull down and going straight into one arm dumbbell rows, one side's going to be more fatigued than the other. So to balance this out, on the first superset, I'll start off with my left side doing the one arm dumbbell row, and then on my second superset, I'll start off with the right hand side one arm dumbbell row, and just alternate it each set to really focus on, you know, balancing out the muscles but still getting a great superset going. So this was my first set, I believe, and then as you'll see in the second set, it will be my final set of this superset, which is as heavy as possible. As you can see, I'm pulling my elbow right back. You know, since the weight is so light, I want to get as much tension as possible and as much range of motion as possible. So as you can see, this is my heaviest weight. I go even slower on this just to really protect the back, because as you know, if anyone's had an injury, you don't know what's going to really put the tension on the back. You know, if you go too heavy, you know, that could be the difference between fucking snapping your shit up or having a great workout. So I usually just take it. I usually go heavy and train hard, but I keep it focused and sort of, I would be very in tune with my body to see what works and what keeps my back nice and safe. The fucking camera would not focus in this workout. I don't know why, or on this set. It just looked really dark. It focused in on the wrong thing, but that's how it goes. Didn't count how many reps I got. I usually would go for, if I'm pyramiding it, which I did here, I usually go for about 2 to 4 reps, but as I've already mentioned, I usually just keep it on straight sets, on my pyramid sets, because I usually go lighter and just really focus on getting a good burnout going and a good pump in the specific muscle, which today would be back. So moving on, we finished off with bicep curls. We did a superset. On our chest day, we like to finish off with a tricep superset, and on back day, we like to finish off with a bicep superset, just because we want to really bring our arms up. You know, it's been a great focus of mine for the last year, because before I only did like basic compound movements, and my arms definitely started to lack. So I keep the frequency on the arm training as high as possible without overtraining them, or not necessarily overtraining them, but just without, you know, taking away from the future workouts. Because if you're training your arms every day, you know, they might not get the recovery they need for you to go heavy and train as optimal as possible. So I went on the bicep curls. I still wanted to get heavy sets in, so I still went heavy enough, but these are 20 kilograms, which is, as I've mentioned about 4 times, keep mentioning 20 kilograms, which is about 55 pounds, I believe. Or not 55 pounds, about 45 pounds. Yeah, 20 kilograms is 45 pounds, so I'm curling 45 pound dumbbells currently. The problem with this is just at the start of the movement, right about here, is that they're just sort of pulled on the knot or the lat, or where specifically the injury is, and just sort of really annoyed my back. So I just really kept the form nice and slow, nice and tight and good, and then I go on to the superset of hammer curls. I went nice and light on this and just really burned out the biceps. I went with 10 kilograms. As you can see, just getting the full range of motion and squeezing the biceps. Out of the whole workout, I would say the V-bar pull downs and the bicep curls put the least amount of pressure on my back as possible where the injury is. And you know, I should be recovering in about 3 days. I definitely noticed a lot of benefit. This would have been about 3 days after I injured my back. If you haven't been following me, you'll know. If you have been following me, you know I think I injured it whilst running. But because there was 3 days off the gym because the gym was closed for 3 days due to Easter, and I didn't get training at all, and I did a run on the final day that the gym was closed, and then the next day I had this problem. So I believe it was from running. I think I just, whatever way I was running, or I had constant tension on my back, it just pulled it and strained it. So I should be recovered fairly soon, and you know, get back on track, road to recovery. This is my full fucking Snap City back workout, training with a fucked lad, but you know, it'll be recovered. And you know, if you're injured, you know, you do want to give yourself the opportunity to recover, but if you can still go to the gym, don't just make up a shitty excuse of not going to the gym. Train the muscle groups that aren't injured and that you can train and get the most out of your workouts. So this is the end of the video, guys. This is my full back workout. Like, comment, subscribe. Boom!